Yeah, so let's resume. The next topic that we are going to start is an important chapter, like I told you, quadratic equations. Now, what is a quadratic equation? See, here the concept is going to be very simple. We are going to see how to solve quadratic equation using the method of factorization, using the formula method, and what are all the basic points that you have to remember with respect to solving of this equation. Now, quadratic equation is an equation to the power raised to the power of maximum 2. So, the general format of the equation is ax square plus bx plus c, where this a, b and c are constants. So, there will be maximum of 3 constants involved. Okay, 3 coefficients or constants involved in the equation, and the maximum power of the x will be 2. There are 2 roots of an equation. So, roots is basically nothing but the solution to the equation. So, in other words, in the value of x pota solution answer on the equation ku 0 varum appadiங்கிற value the solution. That solution is what is called as root. And in a quadratic equation, there will always be 2 roots. Okay. Now, those 2 roots or solutions are called as the either p and q, or they will use the terms a and b, or not a and b generally. Mostly they will use the terms p and q or alpha and beta. Okay, any terms you can use. That is just for our terminology purposes. Okay. Now, if you look at this equation will have a pattern. The pattern will be, if suppose the root of the equation is alpha and beta, the sum of the roots. So, there are 2 things to remember. Sum of the roots, sum na addition. So, alpha plus beta, that value will be equal to this central portion or middle portion, and product of the roots, the value will be equal to, product na multiplication will be equal to this constant. So, in general terms, the sum of the roots will be given as minus b by a. B by this a, x square oda enna coefficient irukko adu vandurum. If it is 1, then nothing will be there. And product of the roots will be given as c by a. So, remember the roots of the equation, if we take it as say alpha and beta, the sum alpha plus beta is equal to minus b by a, and product of the roots is c by a. Okay. Now, how do you solve the equation? We can solve it by factorization method. Factorization means we should ensure that the product of the roots should be, the constant value should be the product, and the coefficient of x2 should be the sum. But in the examination, I will give you a shortcut. If they are asking you to solve an equation, you time spent panni solve pannanon illa, you are using an MCQ format in the exam. So, in the MCQ format, you can directly do option testing. See for which option both the values of x are solving in the equation. Substitute and solve and check the option directly. Okay, you need not even do the factorization method. However, if you are required to solve using the formula, this is very important. What is the formula? This formula is otherwise called as this Sridharacharya's formula. This was given by a mathematician to solve the roots of the equation. The formula is minus b plus or minus b square minus 4ac root of b square minus 4ac by 2a. The root of is for this entire value. The b square minus 4ac full away within the root. Okay. This entire value will be within the root. Now, remember, this formula has 2 values. One is plus, one is minus. So, if you put plus and solve the formula, you will get 1 root. And if you put minus and solve the formula, you will get another root. So, 2 roots kana formula va kudutachu. Minus b plus or minus root of b square minus 4ac by 2a. Okay. Now, this b square minus 4ac, this is the part that you have to remember, and this part they are testing very much in objectives. This b square minus 4ac is called as the discriminant. They will ask you what is the value of the discriminant of the equation. Discriminant na onnume illa, you have to solve the value of b square minus 4ac. Okay, b square minus 4ac. Now this describes the nature of the equation. So nature of the equation is, if I find out the value of b square minus 4ac and if it is greater than 0, then it means the roots are real, which is it is not imaginary, and unequal. If it is exactly equal to 0, then the roots are real and equal. If it is less than 0, roots are imaginary or complex numbers. Imaginary means the root is practically not possible. It is a theoretical root or imaginary root. If it is greater than 0 and it is a perfect square, say for example, if b square minus 4ac is exactly equal to 25. So which means it is a perfect square. So root edutona you will get an exact value, which means the roots are real and rational. Rational means the value is exact whole numbers. Real, rational. And if b square minus 4ac is greater than 0 but not a perfect square, where in the root you will not get an exact value, then they are real and irrational. Real and irrational. So these 5 points you have to remember. How to find b square minus 4ac? We know the rule. Okay, what is the format of the equation? The format of the equation is ax square plus bx plus c. So if I suppose give you an equation 3x square minus 4x plus 10. Appo this 10 is plus 10 is equal to c. B is minus 4, include the sign. B is minus 4 and A is 3. So in this case A will be 3, B will be minus 4 and C will be 10. And accordingly you can find out. Calculate b square minus 4ac. So for example, let's calculate here. Minus 4 square minus 4ac. 4 into 3 into 10. So answer is 16 minus 40 into 3, 120. So answer is minus 104. Now the value is less than 0 or negative. So what is the impact? If the value is negative, then the roots are unreal or imaginary. Unreal or imaginary. So this is how you will find out. Is that clear? Any doubts?
Yes.
Okay. So this first 6 and 7 are just properties for you to remember. If one root of the equation is a plus ib, then the other root will be a minus ib. So basically one will be plus sign, one will be a minus sign. So inga nama panna adhe rule da. In the formula if you see plus or minus is there. So one root will have plus in nature and another root will have minus in nature. Okay, but the first 5 points are very, very important for you to remember. Please make a note of the formula and the points. So in terms of concepts, only this much is there for your syllabus. So let's quickly go into the practice. But it is very, very, very important. Again, I am repeating. In the property, which questions are going to be very significant. Shall I go to the questions? Shall I, friends? Answer yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. The first question. Examine the nature of the roots for the following equation. 16x square minus 24x plus 9 equals 0. So let's solve. 16x square minus 24x plus 9 equals 0. So A is 16, B is B is?
24.
Very good. Minus 24 and C is 9. So whenever they are asking you nature of the roots or discriminant, in the எந்த word வந்தாலும் ஒரே rule தான். B square minus 4AC. இதுதான் பண்ண போறோம். Okay. So let's do B square minus 4AC minus 24 the whole square minus 4 into 16 into 9. So answer is 576 minus 576. So you get 0. Now if B square minus 4AC is exactly equal to 0, what is the rule?
Real and equal.
Very good. The roots are real and equal. And what will be the root? If you want to calculate the root in this also, we can use this formula directly. Minus B plus or minus root of B square minus 4AC by 2A. இப்போ minus B na minus of minus 24 plus or minus root of B square minus 4AC already கண்டுபிடிச்சிட்டோம் 0 by 2A, 2 into 16. So you can solve 24 plus or minus 0. So plus 0 னு போட்டாலும் answer அதே தான் வரும், minus 0 னு போட்டாலும் answer அதே தான் வரும். So divided by 16 into 2, 32. So the value of the root will be, value of x will be 24 by 32, 0.75 or 3 by 4. So the value of x will be 3 by 4, 3 by 4. So ரெண்டு வேல்யூமே அதே வேல்யூ தான் வரும், 3 by 4, 3 by 4. Real roots, equal roots.
மேம் இப்போ ABC நம்ம வந்துட்டு இருக்கு. இப்போ வந்துட்டு நம்மளுக்கு நேச்சர் ஆஃப் ரூட்ஸ் கேட்காம டைரக்டா நம்மளோட அந்த ரூட்ஸ் ஆஃப் ஈக்குவேஷன் அந்த ஃபார்முலா அப்படியே போடுறதுனா இத நம்ம இத கண்டுபிடிச்சு தான் போட முடியுமா, இல்ல நம்ம இதுல கண்டுபிடிச்சதுனால இத சப்ஸ்டிட்யூட் பண்ணிக்கோ, இல்லனா அது ஆன்சர் படியே போடலாம்ல மேம்?
You can also directly work out. அப்படியே இப்போ ரூட் நேச்சர் கேட்காம டைரக்டா ரூட்டை மட்டும் கண்டுபிடிங்கன்னு கேட்டாங்கன்னா either you can substitute in the formula and find out, இல்லனா you can directly do option testing. 3-4 ஆப்ஷன்ல எதுக்கு ஆன்சர் மேட்ச் ஆகுதுன்னு பாருங்க, எந்த ரெண்டு ரூட்டுக்கு ஆன்சர் மேட்ச் ஆகுதோ அது ஆன்சர்னு செலக்ட் பண்ணிட்டு போயிடலாம்.
ஓகே மேம். இது இப்போ வந்துட்டு மைனஸ் பி நம்ம ஃபார்முலா இருக்குல்ல மேம், பிளஸ் ஆர் மைனஸ் ரூட் ஸ்கொயர், அதுக்கு क्वेश्चन என்ன வரும்?
Find the roots of the equation.
ஓகே மேம்.
That is in the find the roots of the equationக்கு நீங்க அந்த மெத்தட்லயும் பண்ணலாம், இதுலயும் பண்ணலாம். Both you will get the same answer.
Yes ma'am.
For some people the factorization method is difficult. அதுக்கு நீங்க இந்த ஃபார்முலால பண்ணீங்கன்னா எப்பவுமே ஆன்சர் வந்துரும்.
ஓகே மேம். எஸ்.
ஓகே.
எஸ் மேம்.
இப்போ factorization methodல பண்ணனும்னா for example இப்போ இந்த क्वेश्चनக்கே நீங்க factorization பண்ணனும்னா you have to do some product of the roots வந்து 16 இங்க 9 வரணும், 16 into 9 வரணும், sum of the roots வந்து minus 24 வரணும். So நீங்க இப்போ வந்து 16 into 9 க்கு minus 24, it's a too long a process for us to understand. So instead why spend so much time? Directly substitute it in the formula, plus or minus போட்டீங்கன்னா ஆன்சர் வந்துரும்.
ஓகே மேம்.
Okay. In fact formula substitution is very easier and faster. ஏனா formula மைண்ட்ல இருக்கு, நீங்க எதுவுமே எக்ஸ்ட்ரா யோசிக்க வேணாம், அப்படியே நம்பர்ஸ் எடுத்து சப்ஸ்டிட்யூட் பண்ணீங்கன்னா ஆன்சர் வந்துரும் உங்களுக்கு. See, you are doing MCQs. Remember, for us method is not important here. For us what is important is you should get the correct answer in the fastest manner possible. Second question. Determine for what value of C in the equation, in an equation, will the product of the roots be 0? So they are asking general equation another ax square plus bx plus c. If the equation is not given, this is the general equation. They are asking, they are saying product of roots should be equal to 0. What is the formula for product of the roots? Alpha into beta. What is the product of the roots formula? C by A. Remember, sum of the roots alpha plus beta is equal to minus b by a, whereas product of the roots is equal to c by a. So they are saying in this formula c by a should be equal to 0. Appo c should be equal to 0 into a. Anything multiplied with 0 is 0. Therefore answer is the value of c should be equal to 0. Am I clear? Yes? To the third question. Form an equation. So now they are asking you to form the equation whose roots are 9, minus 4. So very simple. When you are asked to form the equation, so the roots are 9 and minus 4. Now to form the equation, we know the rule. Equation is x square minus sum of the roots x plus product of the roots. So x square minus sum of the roots. Sum of the roots na enadhu 9 plus minus 4 into x plus 9 into minus 4. So answer is x square minus 9 minus 4 is 5x plus 9 into minus 4 is minus 36 is equal to 0. So therefore the equation is x square minus 5x plus into minus is minus 36 equals 0. Is this clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Next, if b square minus 4ac is greater than 0 and is a perfect square, the nature of the roots will be greater than 0 na real. Perfect square means
Rational.
real, unequal, rational. All the three terms you have to remember. Real, unequal. So greater than 0 nave rule is real and unequal. Third point, perfect square ngadhanala rational is the third point that you have to remember. Go ahead, do the fifth one. Form the quadratic equation with the roots as a minus t, a plus t. A minus t and a plus t. So the roots are a minus t and a plus t. Same like the third question. Can you try? So sum of the roots will be a minus t plus a plus t. So t and t will cancel, you will get 2a. And product of the roots will be a minus t into a plus t. So this formula will replicate the formula of a plus b into a minus b, which can be written as a square minus b square. So or a square minus t square. So now we get the equation as x square minus sum of the roots x, so minus 2ax plus product of the roots plus a square minus t square is equal to 0. So this is the equation. Got it?
Yes, ma'am.
Next, solve question number 6 and 7. Please try.